Why like that water Jemu? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, this is a part 2 of things that shocked me here in China. If it's something you like to watch, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. The first on my list is the love for red in China. Chinese people like red. They love red actually. We recently celebrated the Chinese New Year and everywhere was covered in red. I asked about the reason why Chinese people love red, and I was told that it signifies prosperity or symbolizes prosperity, purity, happiness, and you also find red when there are weddings. So during Chinese weddings, people love to wear red. I'll try and find pictures and insert them. The next on the list is cremation. When someone kicks the bucket here in China, the body is cremated. It's something that is done here in China. One may ask, so what if a foreigner kicks the bucket here in China? Well, it depends on the family of the foreigner. If they decide to cremate the body, then that will be done, and then the ashes sent back to their country. Otherwise, if they have a lot of money to spare, then the body can be flown back to their country. Like I said, if they have a lot of money to spare, because it's very expensive, over 100,000 RMB. So you make sure if you're a foreigner here in China, you do not kick the bucket. The next on the list is, I mentioned it in a previous video, but I'll mention it here. Chinese people do not do favors for free. Why am I saying this? Chinese people are very transactional, and if you need a favor from them, it's either they will not do it at all, they will find excuses not to do it, or there is going to be some sort of barter trade, or you're going to pay for that favor. So be mindful if you're asking a Chinese person for a favor. And then the next on the list is the squatting toilet. It's something you find here in China. It could be in apartments, public toilets, even in schools. Guys, I visited a friend in her school, and I asked to use her washroom, and I was very shocked to find a squatting toilet. In Ghana, we would call this a modernized wheating. A modernized wheating. If you have weak knees, don't try using the squatting toilet. Although when you go to public washrooms, there are the normal ones that we know, the normal WC where or that you sit on. Yeah, so that's it. The next on the list is the nap culture in China. I realized that between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. Chinese people stop whatever they are doing to take a rest. And I think it's a good idea, because one cannot work the whole day. It's actually boring to work the whole day, and it's tiring as well. It makes a lot of sense. So between the hours of 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. there's that compulsory break. Some decide to just play around, play on their phones, or if you're someone like me who likes to sleep, you take a nap. So That's another thing that shocked me here in China. It doesn't happen in Ghana. I don't know of any company or any school, unless it's a kindergarten in China, in Ghana, sorry, where kids will be allowed to take a nap. Otherwise, for adults, you keep working till you close from work. Guys, I don't know if you can hear that sound. That's the sound of a firecracker, and I believe someone has kicked the bucket. Usually when someone kicks the bucket here in China and you live in the outskirts of a city, you kind of hear this noise. In my first video where I shared things that shocked me in China, I mentioned this noise from the firecracker. It's really annoying sometimes, especially if you have a baby and you're trying to make the baby sleep. They'll just be disturbing, but that's their culture and there's nothing that can be done about it. I just have to respect the culture. The next on the list is Chinese people will touch you without permission. They will touch you because you're a foreigner. They will touch you because you're a foreigner, because your hair looks different from theirs, so they would want to know why your hair is like that, why your hair is curly, why your hair is locked, why you have braids, why are you dark. Some weird questions they would ask are, when I cut you, is blood going to come out? It's interesting, but I believe it's because they do not know much about foreigners, so that's why usually they are curious to know about us foreigners. The other thing is that they can be watching you and gossiping about you. They won't even whisper. They will talk in such a way that you will know they are gossiping about you, which I find interesting, because you are gossiping about me. Why should I know you are gossiping about me? But that's Chinese people for you. And then the last on the list is drinking hot water in China. Let me share an experience I had. So in my first years in China, I visited a Chinese family and I asked for water, and I was given hot water. Well, I asked why they give hot water, and I was told for mainly health reasons. So it helps in food digestion and then also helps in blood circulation. So you often see Chinese people holding bottles of water, hot water, sometimes with Chinese green leaf in them. Yeah, so when you come to China and you request for water, if you're not specific, you are going to be given hot water. Guys, I hope you enjoyed watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Bye.